hey, this is Tom Boonen, no. I was like, who the hell is Tom Boonen? Forgive me, I'm really very noob.
Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm here with Will and his specialized sworks Roubaix. Will, thanks so much for doing this. And before I begin, right, what on earth is this bike? What the hell is going on? There's like a Donald Duck seat post over there. Yeah, tell us, man, what's going on?
Thank you for having me here also. Okay, the bike, it's 2018 S-Works Roubaix Tom Boonen edition. So of course it's named after him, Tom Boonen, who won Paris-Roubaix 4 times. And what this frame is a size 52 with featuring future shocks, which is 20 worth of suspension travel in the stem, and also this Donald Duck seat post that you all like to call it. It's actually a CGR seat post. It has a dampening rubber from one of the brands starting with Z, but I forget the name already. Yeah, so what I have here is also the Zipp 404 Firecrest, 58 deep. The weight just now we did, I think about 8.5 kilos all in without the bottles. Okay. Of course, I mean some accessories lah. So maybe below 8.5.
The question is, why this bike? Why a... This is not even a S-Works, man.
Actually, this bike came incidentally. That time when I first started riding, it was December or end November 2020, and I started with a mini velo. So of course, with a mini velo, you know, small wheels, it was kind of fun, recreational, and you know, I started posting pictures on Facebook groups, and there was this guy. If I can mention names, okay, his nickname Coach. So his name is Isan. So he's very active in the mini velo and the Foldies group. He's really the preacher for small wheels. So I'm very honored to to meet up with him and join him for riding sessions as well. Wow, but I tell you, the first session with him, he was using an Iruka Foldie and dropped me like hell, man. So ever since then, okay, fine. So we just went cycling lah, just practice. And the funny thing is, I wanted to be faster. Actually, I was a recreational rider, but I thought, well, I think speed quite fun also, So my engine is very limited lah. So I thought, okay lah, get a road bike so I can feel more speed. And this bike came by chance. One of my very good friends, his name is Handlebar lah, very strong rider. He PM me, say, you want to take over my road bike or not? So I was like skeptical lah, because I wasn't really ready, although I was looking around. But we just met up and I see. Actually, I also don't know what's a Roubaix, And then I was like, wow, white color. Actually, white color I don't really like, leh. So I was like, some of the handlebar, the bar tape that time was black and dirty. Sorry, bro. Sorry, but really dirty. But I think, okay lah, it's to me he cut me a deal, and then I just took over. So when the bike came, right, it was fitted with alu wheels. It was as it is. I didn't change much of the parts except the bar tape, which is a must, and the wheels. Yeah, correct. Yeah, bar tape from Cyclovation. Yep, so it's gold, so to match the sticker. Yeah, so I didn't know what Roubaix was until I Google, and then he told me, hey, this is Tom Boonen, no. I was like, who the hell is Tom Boonen? Forgive me, I'm really very noob. But I Google, okay, he's this guy who won 4 times, hence, there's the sticker scheme of the wings, and there was a very nice saying at the back of the bike. It says, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Wow, that was like so cool. So, and the funny thing is, I Google specialized website, and they say, wow, whenever you are tired, please look down at the wings and think of what Tom would do. Wow, I was like, okay lah, a bit cheesy, but still.
So that's a funny thing, right? When you say you look down on the words and it gives you a bit of inspiration, but I think they placed it at the wrong place. Shouldn't it be somewhere in front here on the top, right? I mean, who's going to look at... I mean, it probably gives inspiration to the guy who is behind, if he can even see that. I was trying to film it, I think it was a bit tough. Aside from that, right, rotor cranks, any specific reason for this, or it just came with the bike?
Like I said, bro, I'm very new, so actually the chain ring, I was like a bit the chain ring, right? I'm a bit concerned lah, because I never heard of roto before. So I was like thinking, this is a Shimano Groupset, shouldn't it come with Shimano chain ring? And he was like, this one better. So okay, so I stuck to it lah. Anyway, I felt that it's good, no complaints. Just stuck to it. Like I said, the only thing I changed was the bar tape and the wheels, to a deeper profile.
Actually, funnily, this morning I filmed somebody's bike, the SL6, and he has this cyclovation bar tape. My friend actually bought it and he regretted buying it because it's so slippery. Yes. So, have you tried riding this on the rain, and does your sweat kind of get onto the bar tape, and do you slip on this bar tape?
Yes, I agree with you. The bar tape is honestly a bit too glossy and then very slippery. So I mean, when I wear gloves, it's fine. But of course, if sometimes I don't wear gloves, and honestly, my hands do sweat a lot, and it's a bit slippery lah. Just take note, and then the most don't drop law, don't use drop bar law. Just use the hoods, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I think it's more for aesthetics lah for me. I mean, cyclovation came in this color. It was recommended by a friend of mine. He's a home-based bike mechanic, and okay, maybe I give a shout out to Iverson from A Sports.
Hey, I think I'm filming his bike, man.
Really?
It's a Tomasini or something.
Yes. So yeah lah, let him speak for himself. But yeah, he's the one that introduced me this bar tape, and he said, "Hey bro, how? Match your color leh." I was like, okay lor, poison already. Yeah, then okay lah, just let him do it. And at the same time, also send for servicing also. Yeah, so let him do it lah.
There are suspensions here. Yeah. And is that meant to be a suspension? I don't know, man.
Okay, the suspension is at the handlebar. The cockpit actually is at the cockpit. So it's 20 mm worth of travel. Honestly, it's quite comfy, especially when you hit over the manhole covers, the certain small potholes. I think it's fine. I'm quite... I don't know, maybe I just don't care lah, knowing that I got suspension and I'm on tubeless tires. So everything is a bit soft and plushy, and so I just go over it lah. But I think the suspension at the cockpit... Oh, it's very windy. Yeah.
It's a low production. Low budget. I need to hold it.
Yeah, thanks bro. Like I mentioned, it's very comfy, it's very plushy, and for the seat, this Donald Duck seat that it got the nickname. Yeah, it's funny lah. This thing is like pointing out, so I don't know where's yeah, but I feel, personal opinion, it's a bit gimmicky, but yet no complaints on the comfort lah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like I mentioned, it's held on by this elastomer. But then again, maybe just a little bit of info. I Googled, and they say that this elastomer is more aesthetic as well. Yeah, and if you notice, it's a bit worn off already lah.
This suspension, there's an actual spring in there.
Yes.
Do you need to service it?
Honestly, I haven't been to service anything, but I was given spare springs, so just in case. And I think I went on eBay to check, it's still available lah. I was thinking whether to buy or not, but I think since I got spare, okay lah, forget it lah. Anyway, it still works fine.
If I had to press it now, will it travel?
Yes, try.
Oh shit, it's moving.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Have you brought this to some crazy mountain biking trips?
The craziest trip I went was on Green Corridor. It was used in Paris-Roubaix, so it's famous for the cobblestones terrain, and that's what Tom Boonen used lah, and he won. So I assume it's good lah. So the terrain that's closest to the cobblestones I did was Green Corridor. Mind you, it's 10 km. And it was a horrible experience lah, honestly. Even though with this bike, you know, and me and my friends were just thinking, okay, let's use GC, you know, to head home. So horrible, you know, it's so packed, and to travel less than 10 km per hour without getting caught, it's so difficult. Yeah, it really takes a lot of effort. And honestly, the stones, the little stones at the Green Corridor is really a handful lah, you know. So you just have to ride carefully, ride slowly.
I think one of the Pinarello frames actually had the suspension on their seat post as well. Can't remember which one. You told me you were an actor. I'll insert his acting clip. Was it on Media Corp, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that, man.
Okay. So this is a fun fact. I'm on Crime Watch 2012 episode 5. So I was an Along. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I was an Along in the sense that how I got this opportunity was because somebody was asking on Facebook, you know, whether who is interested to be an actor, a part-time actor, or calefare lah, you know. And my friend sent my picture to the casting director, you know, and I was called up and straight away asked me whether I want to audition or not. So I was like, okay lah, first time, let's try lah, do it. So I went down, they asked me to act out certain parts, and boom, I got it. So was my first time acting on MediaCorp, and I had a few episodes after that lah. Yeah, but I think this Crime Watch is my biggest debut lah. Biggest debut, you know. But I enjoy it also lah. Honestly, it's a very, very fun experience. Yeah, and I get to play the bad guy, and I hope that y'all don't throw stone at me lah when y'all see me. Okay.
How come you're not in Hollywood? How come you're still in Singapore?
Apparently, maybe I'm just not good enough, lor. Yeah, and maybe I haven't met the right director. Yeah, sure lah. Maybe I can be his, right hand man. You know.
Actually, I want to thank my friend who is here behind the camera. Hey, thanks, bro. Sorry, no, I don't have pay for you. Budget free. I'm holding the bike when there's crosswind, man. These wheels. What's the decision to buying these wheels, and how is it?
So when I first got it, I mentioned it was on Alu wheels, right? So wow, Alu wheels, I tell you, really look like market bike. Yeah, but of course, I mean, it's very, very great for climbing. And the first one that I changed was, actually this wasn't my first one that I changed. I got a 303S, Zipp 303S. So, Zipp 303 Firecrest, not the S. Yeah, Firecrest. Was a bit happier, you know, it looked more professional, looked faster. Yeah, but then, you know, the depth is really not deep enough. So I thought, a deal came for the 404 Firecrest. So I thought, okay lah, I sell it off. So managed to sell it off, and then I just got this installed, and I'm happier. It looks nicer. Yeah, I find that bikes without deep carbon wheels don't look so nice. I mean, no offense, but it's just my personal opinion. Yeah.
What is the next bike, man?
Wow, a few lah. I mean, a few is on my mind. Time Machine, SL6 maybe, you know. If budget allows, then maybe other brands as well lah. Yeah, but these are the ones I shortlisted so far.
Are you happy with this bike? Or is there a reason why you're selling the bike?
Honestly, I'm no complaints at all. It's comfy. It's more for endurance. And even if I don't get to sell the bike, I'm still happy to keep it, and I'll still ride it every week, every weekend. I'll still ride it. You know, it's just there on sale. Of course, you know, sometimes, you know, itchy fingers, you get poisoned by other people, or this bike looks better in your opinion, you know, or it's just like very subjective lah. Like initially, like I say, when I got this bike, the color, wow, took a while to grow on me lah. But I really love the combo now. especially maybe after I do up. Because maybe the first time I got it was the alu rims, the bar tape, that kind of was, I wasn't sure, but of course I got it already. But now after doing up, being with the bike for more than half a year, riding it for, quite a while, yeah, it grew on me. Yeah, thanks to the rims, maybe.
I know before we filmed you were very nervous and asking me whether you get roasted.
Yeah.
And I normally do not reveal the questions, so I did not reveal it to you. So we have, oh my god, so many questions. Okay, Instagram Q&A. If you guys want to ask your questions, follow me on Instagram and you'll get a chance to ask your questions. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Don't worry, man. Would you consider an OSPW? Sorry, I laugh because I think an OSPW will not suit this bike right now.
OSPW, I did consider honestly, but I think maybe not necessary. I'm still happy with the stock pulley wheel. Yeah, so I'll just keep it.
Does the seat post offer a smoother ride?
There's no comparison. I think the only comparison I have was the mini velo that I had. Yep. So personally, I find that riding this bike is definitely more comfy than the mini velo that I had. So I think maybe it's thanks to the cockpit especially. I think the cockpit really made riding a lot smoother, a lot more plushy. And as for the seat post, I don't know whether I can give it credit, but there's no complaints. But I think for the saddle, I'm using a Tofino saddle, so again there's no comparison. So I think saddle pains are common after like 70 click, 80 click. Yeah, so no complaints there.
Does the suspension work, and how do you lock out the suspension?
Okay, suspension works according to you, right? It works. Yeah, and it's been a very plushy ride. But this one, because it's Future Shock version 1. Ooh, thank you. Yeah, it's version 1. So version 1 is always so-called on, it's always on. I think in the Roubaix 2019 and later, you are allowed to lock it, full lock or full on. Yeah. So that's they call it Future Shock 2.0.
So since you can't lock it, right? Let's say you're off saddle, pushing and you're pressing down on the cockpit. Do you feel that? Oh my god, there's a lot of wind. Here, I talk this way so that I'm blocking the wind. It's coming from behind. Okay, so the question is, God, I forgot the question. The question, okay, yeah. So since you can't. I mean, when you push and then you sprint, do you feel it like bouncing up and down? You lose a lot of power.
Okay, for climbs, actually very seldom I'm off saddle. Okay. But yes, when I'm off saddle, I do feel the thing, bouncing up and down. Probably to the stronger riders, maybe they can feel a loss of power. But for me, I'm just average engine. I just ride with it, To me, it's just a rhythm that I have, It's just a rhythm that I just catch it, and then once I'm ready, I'll just go back on the saddle. Yeah, I don't feel it anymore already. Yeah, but again, maybe it's still. I think the main purpose is still for the bumps, Yeah, still for the bumps.
Is a Roubaix really useful on Singapore roads? I would assume stiffer is better.
Okay, this one is the. If you're talking about the frame, it is still a Fact 11R. So I think the stiffest that S-Works have. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Roubaix. I think the purpose is still more of endurance and a comfort bike, and for RTIs, I think it's been enjoyable. And RTIs, if you are aware of the routes, they are mostly flats. Of course, there are some potholes here and there, some bumps. So again, I think that this one can negotiate the bumps very well. I mean, not much comparison. I did ride my friend's time machine, and I do feel that it's a bit stiffer compared to this, maybe because of the Future Shock, but again, you cannot compare apple to apple. Yeah, but so far so good, served me well. Yeah.
Why the setback so little? Can it go any further?
Can.
It looks like it's already maxed out.
I think still can go a bit more. Right. Yeah, so for me, maybe my inseam is short, you know, plus my reach is surprisingly also short. So that's why. Yeah, I went for a bike fit already. So I think this is kind of the peak adjustments for me lah.
Would you recommend the rotor chainring?
I didn't have a choice. This rotor came with the bike when I got it. Yeah, but I was told that it's stiffer than the Ultegra one. But then I also heard that 105 is already very stiff. So for those who are considering, can consider the 105. But as for this particular one, to me, I feel that it's very stiff. It's good enough, serve its purpose, doesn't require a change. Then I just stuck to it lor. Looks cool lah, you know, don't have the vent, it looks just one stiff plate. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. No, just leave it there. This is a budget production, man.
Yeah, budget can also remove.
Okay, can you see it?
Can see it,
Yeah.
Subscribe, okay? Are you subscribed to my channel?
Yeah, I did, man.
I'm subscribed.
First day I subscribed already.
Okay. This is a tubeless setup. How easy is it to maintain?
How easy to maintain? Need to maintain. I don't know. Touch wood, so far don't have, but I know the story is if there's a flat and if the sealant can't work, it's GG already. So I'm prepared for a grab. Yeah, but I think it's the nature of the rims lah. The wheels itself, it's compatible only with tubeless tires if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
I'm running clinchers like an old man. I know everyone's on tubeless and I get flats on TMCR and my friends will be like, they just laugh at me and say, don't get tubeless lah. But I like clinchers because for the reason that if your sealant doesn't work, then you can just swap out the tubes. But if you're on tubeless, you can also add the tubes, right?
I think can, but I won't know how to do it.
Okay.
And I don't carry spare tubes.
Okay.
So it's still great for me.
Sorry guys, I see a lot of questions, but most of it was on the seat post. I hope we answered the questions. Does this Roubaix flex? He says that his SL4 Roubaix flexes, but super comfortable to ride.
SL4, I think because it came out at the same time as the SL4, yeah. But in terms of flex wise, I don't feel it that much in my ride so far. I mean, maybe it's subjective lah, but because you know I'm only on this bike, this is my first road bike per se, you know, so I don't have much to compare. But overall, I don't really feel that flexy.
You ready for the last question?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a finale.
Finale, yes. If you guys been watching my videos, you know what's the finale. Do I need to ask or you know the answer?
No, I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know? Are you subscribed, man?
Of course! Of course! This one I dare to answer in your face.
Thank you. That's it, man. Thanks so much, bro.
Okay, thanks, bro. Thanks so much.
Okay, thanks, cameraman. I hope you come again for free. I will take the grab back. I'll pay the grab for later, but yeah. Hey, that's it, man. Thanks so much for coming, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.